Namaste, welcome back to our channel. I am Gowthami. In this video, we are going to talk about how to do our reading practice regularly. Okay, if you don't know, we are doing a series of videos in which we are learning how to learn English as a beginner. This is the step by step on how to learn English. If you have not watched my previous videos, I would highly recommend you to watch all my previous videos in this particular playlist. Okay, now coming to today's video, we are going to discuss everything about how we are going to start and how we can do this reading practice every day. The first thing that you need to do is that you need to start very simple. Pick up very simple books that are filled with very simple vocabulary. Okay, don't go for advanced vocabulary at the initial stages. Try to read simple articles. Okay, and you can also try to read comic books that will be more fun. Okay, at the initial stages, at your initial days of learning English, make sure that you are not stressing yourself and picking up the simple books and simple texts or simple paragraphs to start reading. The second thing is that you need to read aloud. You need to read aloud. This is really important. Make sure that you are reading aloud because it will help you to improve your pronunciation skills, intonation skills, and overall you are going to pick up or you are going to improve in your speaking skills. Okay, try to read out and make the jaw movements exactly. If you don't know the correct pronunciation of the words, then make sure that you are listening to the correct pronunciation and catching the correct pronunciation of the words. So it is really essential to read out loud. Third thing is that you need to focus on the comprehension. Okay, as you are reading or going through the passage, you need to make sure that you are focusing and you are noting down the new words that you come across. And not only that, you need to make sure that you are able to understand the context of that particular comprehension. Try to understand the main ideas, key points, and focus on the vocabulary, new words that you are coming across, and try to use them so that you are going to incorporate them into your speech. Try to use context clues. What I mean by context clues is that if you find out any unfamiliar word, make sure that you are reading that particular line twice or thrice until you understand the context. You need to understand why that particular word is present in that sentence. You need to understand the meaning of that particular word and try to frame more and more sentences. Okay, in this way you need to do contextual study. Okay, learning only a word without understanding the context is not useful to you. So try to understand the context and try to learn new words in context. Build your vocabulary. While reading, you need to make sure that you are building your vocabulary. You are piling up your vocabulary. Don't take it as a silly task. Make sure that you are maintaining a notebook and you are writing all the new words, understanding its context, understanding their meanings, and trying to frame more sentences so that you are going to remember that particular word for a long time. Practice regularly. All of you may not be interested in reading, right? So you need to practice regularly to read books. Start with simple books, and not only that, start with very limited time. During your initial stages, try to read only 5 minutes a day. It is enough. Eventually, day by day, you need to increase your time of reading. Okay, if on the day one only, if you are intended to read half an hour, you may not be able to read it, right? So make sure that you are reading slowly. Don't rush. Don't rush to read. There is nothing wrong. You need to read slowly. You need to understand what you are reading, and you need to make sure that you are reading daily. Please put some time. Please set a timetable and read. Read every day. Either it may be in the morning or in the evening, or when you are traveling, or before you are hitting the sack. It may be at any time, but make sure that you are reading each and every day. You need to be consistent. Consistency is the key. You need to read each and every day with consistency. If you are not being to be consistent, then you will find results, but you are going to find them very late. Okay? If you want to find results ASAP, then you need to make sure that you are being consistent and practicing regularly. Gradually increase the difficulty of the material that you are reading. Okay? Increase the toughness. If you find it very easy to read the kids stories, then eventually increase the complexity of English. Okay? Once you are very free to read the kids stories, then make a step ahead, move forward, and buy some books in English which contain intermediate level of text. Okay? You should not stick on to the beginner level only if you want to progress in your speaking skills. If you want to progress, then you need to make sure that you are leaving your comfort zone, leaving the books, beginner books aside, and you are making a step forward and attempting to read the intermediate level books. This will be very useful to build your vocabulary. While reading, make sure that you are exposing yourself to different genres. I know that each and everyone's perspective and each and everyone's interests differ. But if you expose yourself to a different genre like fiction, non-fiction, comic books, blogs, news articles, short stories, what happens is that you will be exposed to a lot of content in English, and you will be able to speak English fluently as soon as possible, because you will be having idea to different aspects, different genre. Your world regarding English is expanded if you try to read different types, different styles of genre. The next thing is that take notes. Okay, whatever you read, make sure after you complete reading of that particular context, after you complete reading of that particular chapter or a story, make sure that you are taking notes, making points regarding that. Okay, it will be very beneficial to you. I am going to tell you the importance of that in a minute, but make it a habit to note down. The last and final step I would recommend you to do while reading is reviewing yourself and reflecting it. Okay, after you complete reading, make sure that you are reviewing the text you have written, the notes that you have written, and you need to tell them in your own words. Try to create that particular story that you have read in your own words. Okay, make sure that you are reflecting it in the form of your progress. Once you do the creation activity after the consumption activity, then it will be easy to you to see your progress. Later on, you need to identify the areas in which you need improvement, focus on them, and you need to set targets for the next day reading also. Okay, in this way, day by day, what happens is that you are going to read more, you are going to absorb more. If you are not setting targets that you are going to read 2 pages or 3 pages the next day, then what happens is that you will be lazy and you will not be reading book. So make it a habit to read books regularly. By incorporating these methods, you will be able to read books daily, build your vocabulary, and you will be able to speak English fluently as soon as possible. That is what I have also did. So I hope this video will be useful to you, and if so, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe my channel if you are new, and share it to as many members as possible. Thank you for joining me till the end. See you soon in the next video.